Yo, yo. So we are live here with Ralph from Nurse Hodel. Just
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to do a little live stream here. Just share some Bitcoin thoughts, talk a little bit about Bitcoin current events, and just vibe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on your channel, of course. Thanks for sharing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So how you doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself, man?
Doing all right. Yeah,
We hit
was just
all-time high yesterday, man. How'd you feel about that?
yeah. It was definitely cool to see. It's always
Yeah,
like kind of a mixed feeling because never feels like the stacking is complete,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was pretty cool to watch though.
No, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. Uh, I've been like stacking. Like I've been buying sats every hour. I stole that one from Jerry,
Yeah,
and like I've been like watching like. I've been stacking like less and less and less sats. Yesterday I was like, oh damn, Bitcoin's price seems to be going up pretty
yeah, it's
fast. So
crazy.
yeah, that was pretty cool to see actually. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I feel like in my head I'm used to like converting $1 to 1,000 sats, and now it's
Yeah.
barely above 800 sats for a
Yep.
dollar.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not used to that. I know. It's gonna be crazy because like eventually that it's like the day when $1 is like close to like 100 sats. Eesh, that's gonna be yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
coming. It's coming.
pretty crazy. Yeah, so we had a presentation, but we were just gonna quickly go through some of the news stories from this week, kind of share our thoughts. And yeah, the audience, feel free to drop in any comments with any questions or just any
Yeah.
comments. So, I mean, yeah, one of the bigger ones, I guess, earlier in the week or even um, last week was Harvard buying $116 million worth of the Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah. That one.
So,
The I think the funniest thing about this one is that like when was this? I think I saw an article. I think I posted that on the news thing too. Um when it was like I think in 2018 when they said
mhm.
that Bitcoin is more likely to go to $100, and then now look at them. They're all buying Bitcoin above 100 grand.
Oh
And
yeah,
and there are gonna be a lot of people that are saying the same, they're gonna be saying the same exact thing. Oh, Bitcoin is gonna go to zero, Bitcoin is gonna go to zero. And those are the same people that are going to be buying Bitcoin at like $1 million.
yeah,
That's yeah, that's wild. That's just wild.
yeah, yeah. It's a crazy claim, and now and these endowment funds don't really like to take risks or bet on something speculative. So that
Yeah,
tells you a little bit about whether or not this asset is here to stay.
yeah. But also, like, what do you think about like them buying like they're actually buying the Bitcoin ETF and not actual, they're not like doing Bitcoin cold storage? Because I know like I feel like to them it's the same, but to we both know that there's like a big difference between an ETF and actual true Bitcoin and cold storage. What do you think about them buying the ETF instead of the actual Bitcoin?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the exact like regulations behind it, like if they are only able to trade like registered equities and ETFs. But yeah, like you said, like they're not they're a big institution. They're not really the individual is, I guess, who I feel like benefits from Bitcoin as a sovereign asset the most. So for them, they just want the exposure to the price appreciation more
Hmm.
than anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Now this is huge, Joe. Like, see, it's a good thing because like seeing these guys do it, it's like it almost gives like the public a little bit more confidence into buying it. But then again, it's like I don't know. At the same time, it's like you should not be looking to these guys to buy Bitcoin. It's like no, do your own research because a lot of these institutions, whatever they are like misleading for the most part. They just I don't know. They try not to do anything that benefits themselves and not the public. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, individual adoption is what I'd like to see more and more, which I don't know, it feels like the people ignoring Bitcoin aren't really being swayed. I feel
Hmm.
like it's been a lot of institutional adoption this cycle. I'm not seeing much retail adoption, at least from my point of view.
Yeah, where is retail at? Goddamn. Yo, like Jesus, the Google chart is like low as hell. Like the YouTube views are not getting nothing. There's nobody looking into Bitcoin right now. That's crazy.
Yeah. And like,
Damn.
I don't know. I've been like posting about Bitcoin for so long. I thought I'd, have more questions
Yeah,
from just like people I know, but I've been
yeah,
posting about it for 5 years, so
yep, yeah. I
it's a little weird to not see more people interested in it.
yeah. I think like the people around me are like more curious about it, but like outside of that, like if somebody's like not like talking to me often, I don't see them interested in it at all. Like they're just distracted by like other stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah. And it's like
Yeah.
Bitcoin is like to me it feels like it's the most important thing this century. Like that's it's just like it's a matter of like whether you live comfortable or you die broke. Just that's yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And for me, like the weirdest part is like I don't understand why more people aren't talking about monetary debasement, even if they don't see Bitcoin yet as the solution. Like so many people are like talking about political issues and economic issues, but
Right.
are just ignoring the fact that the money's broken, even though money is
Yeah.
prevalent in every single aspect of our lives. I
Yeah.
think that's like the most frustrating part to me when I see people talk about those kind of issues, but
Yep.
just don't talk about the money itself. Like they talk about the distribution of money and who has the most money and who doesn't, but they don't think about the money itself.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I don't know if it's like they must. I feel like they do really well, like hiding like inflation. You know what I mean? Like nobody real and like nobody understands inflation. Nobody understands like what's causing the price of things to go up. Nobody gets it. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody gets it. That's the thing. Like it's like the Romans back in the days. It's like we're distracted by these gladiator battles, like the sports teams, all these other activities. But it's like, hey, like we actually got a real problem here, and people are suffering, but nobody
Yeah.
cares. We just go back home, go back to work, drink, enjoy. Hey, did you catch that game last night? It's like the same routine every single day, but then we're not talking about what's causing it. And
Yeah.
I think I was talking to I think it was like Dr. Satoshi about it. I believe like we were saying how like back in the days, like how they used to for in order for the government to like create more currency, they had to like melt like coins or like like actually shave off some coins, and you could notice it by like weighing these coins, and you'll see that they have less metal in them. But like with paper money, you can't weigh it. It's just
Yeah.
it's like an invisible. You cannot really see it unless you actually dig into the prices of things. So it's like uh an invisible devil in a way. You know what I mean? Like you can't see it. It's so hard to explain to somebody.
Yeah. People don't see like their actual balance
Yeah, exactly.
dollars getting eaten into, and they see the stock market is at
Yep.
all-time highs, but what
Yeah.
does all-time high really mean when
Right.
it's
And
lost half its
the
value?
yeah, and the it's like the delusion of like, oh yeah, my bank account still shows the exact same money that I had last year, but
Yeah.
they don't understand that this exact same number does not buy you the same thing that you used to buy last year. Like the people cannot register the purchasing power thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, just because the number is the same doesn't mean you can buy the same amount of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the illusion that's like, the people cannot wake up from really. Well, that's
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't know. Like that's just
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and they see the balance the same, but they see prices going up, so they just blame it on,
Yeah.
capitalism or
Yep.
tariffs or
Yep.
whatever, but they
Yeah.
don't question the fact that, you know, things should be getting cheaper because we're automating, increasing, you know, the efficacy of technology, and things are getting easier and easier to produce, and the quality of things is going down because they're the cost of materials or using cheaper materials and cutting corners.
Yep.
There's no reason things shouldn't be getting cheaper other than the debasement of our money. And I think inflation is like just too kind of a word to use to describe what's happening for our money. So like people think like, oh, it's just like this thing that's kind of a thing, and you know, it just happens a little bit each year, and it can go down and up, and it's just like a natural phenomenon that happens when we should be calling it monetary debasement, not inflation.
Oh yeah, I agree. And you know, and to add to that too, it's the fact that we beat it. Well, not we, but like, you know, whoever's in power, they beat the 2% inflation is normal into everybody. Now everybody thinks, oh yeah, 2% inflation is okay. That's it's okay if somebody takes 2% of my wealth every year. That's totally fine. So like that's another thing about it too. That's like, no, like you should not be. It's not okay for somebody to steal 2% of your wealth every single year. Like that's just after how many years is it? I can't really think of the math right now. Like I think after a certain period of time, you'll be down 50%. You know, you gotta like think about it. Think about what 2% inflation actually means after like 30 years. You know, so it adds up. You know what I mean? Like nobody thinks about that. You know, so
yeah, especially when you have an event like we did in 2020 that like skyrocketed the money printing even more like that. Yeah, people don't care, and I don't really get it.
Sheesh. But yeah.
So I'll ask, do you guys think the 4-year cycle will continue?
Ooh. Ooh. That's a good one. I you know, let me answer that one actually. You know, I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think if it will, it's just because people think that it will, so they will buy or sell accordingly with that. But I think that's like the only like technical reason that it would happen. I think it's more largely a coincidence than anything else. I don't think it's like a rule that'll continue to happen necessarily.
Right. Because to me, it's like I think people associate the 4-year cycle with like a 70 to 80% drop, and personally, I don't see an 80 or 80% plus drop anymore. Really, like maybe like a 50%, maybe. Like I don't know. Like I mean, I don't know the future. I don't know, but like with the amount of buying that we've have so far, like I mean, just like recently, I don't remember what news we had. Like it's like now it's like it almost feels like bad news is basically just like people are understanding that it's just a buying opportunity, and it's not retail that's in the game anymore. Now it's like we have big institutions with more money with that are buying Bitcoin more like strategically. So it's not the same. It's not retail that's like trying to like get a few, you know, a few $100 or whatever. Nah, this is not the same anymore. I think if yep, I agree, man. I think the 4-year cycle is dead. Yeah. What up, Jerry, man? Yeah, I think it's over, honestly. Yeah. Or at least it's going to be less it's definitely going to be less volatile. You know, we might see like a 30% drop, but it ain't going to be 80%. I don't see that anymore. No.
Yeah. All right, for the next kind of thing to cover, I think these are kind of two of the main stories this week. So did you see, was this a follow-up to the news from this morning?
Yeah, it's interesting because this morning, Besant said, actually, you know, there's a video. Actually, are you able to play that video actually from X on the
one from this morning?
Yeah, the one from this morning. Because I woke up and I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, cool. When he said that we're not going to be buying this.
You're talking about a number way above 750 billion. What's the story on gold?
Can you hear it okay?
We've got
Yeah, it's a little low, but
holding.
I can hear it.
I
Are
doubt we're
you?
going to revalue it, but we are going to keep it there again as a store of value for the American people. We've also started to get into the 21st century, a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We're not going to be buying that, but we are going to use confiscated assets and continue to build that up. We're going to stop selling that. I believe that Bitcoin reserve at today's prices is somewhere between 15 and 20 billion.
And
Yeah,
Mr.
it's interesting. He said we're not gonna be buying that, but we're just gonna be using whatever the things that are confiscated. And I'm like, I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're just gonna like steal Bitcoin from people? Is that
Yeah.
how you're gonna like, okay, good luck with that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna just let you have their Bitcoin? I mean, unless you leave it on exchanges, but and then
Yeah.
now we have a new follow-up. So I can't see that one actually.
Yeah.
In addition to, hold on, let me actually pull out my page.
I can
Oh,
zoom in a
are you
little
able
bit.
to read that one actually?
Yeah, so this was at 2:46 p.m. He tweeted, Bitcoin that has been finally forfeited to the federal government will be the foundation of the strategic reserve that President Trump established in his March executive order. In addition, Treasury is committed to exploring budget-neutral pathways to acquire more Bitcoin, to expand the reserve, and to execute on the president's promise to make United States the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
So, yeah, it's like the language is a little cryptic. I mean, in the video, he said they're not going to be buying more, which kind of got people panicked a little bit. But I guess, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, don't rely on the government to build a Bitcoin strategic reserve for yourself. Just build it yourself. Do it yourself. Do it for yourself and for your family. Don't rely on somebody else to do it for you, man. Just you do your own research, read some books, educate yourself. You don't need somebody else to do it for you. Do it yourself. That's what I got from this. Don't listen to these guys, man. I mean, it will be great if the US has their own strategic reserve, of course, but like, I can do it myself.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just weird, the language there. Like, he said they're not buying more, but he said they're committed to exploring budget neutral pathways to acquire more. So I don't know if that means stealing it from more people like they did with Silk Road.
Right.
Or what?
I know. It's such a, man, it feels like a red flag, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just I don't like that. I don't like the way that he said it, to be honest. Not that I care that much about the US buying, but I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like they're talking too much about confiscating Bitcoin, and it just makes you feel like anything you have in an ETF or anything that you have on an exchange could be gone at some point. You know what I mean? Like, what if they, tomorrow you wake up and then there's an executive order like they did with gold that's like, hey, you have, all your Bitcoin exchanges are just basically ours now. I mean, I don't know how much power. I don't know if that's possible, but I feel like, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that's a possibility that they just like do an executive order and they just take everything that's on an exchange?
I think I would say the odds of that seem pretty low, just because at this point, like with MSTR and the S&P 500, and I think these companies are like now a part of our economy. So I think just like destroying them,
yeah.
But I don't know, never say never. But Jerry said, I think Trump may be trying to keep the Bitcoin purchase as close to his chest as possible, so that other countries don't know how much we're buying. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want the price to be running away from them. So, yeah. Also, what do you think about the term a budget neutral way to buy Bitcoin? So that I always struggle understanding that term, because we're a country with $37 trillion in debt. there is no budget neutral. You in debt. Like like I don't understand. Like, yeah, I mean, like if you sell the gold, I don't get that part, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
how you in debt? You're gonna find budget neutral way to buy something.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought it could be like exchanging some of the gold for it, but in the video he seemed pretty intent on keeping
Right.
the gold reserves.
Yeah, but
so-
also here's another thing about that one that kind of that I'm like thinking about. I'm like, okay, if you reprice gold, that means that your dollar, like you are admitting that your dollar is actually crappier than it already is, right? So like
Yeah.
it's like a, I don't know. To me, it feels like a double stab in the back, revaluating something that you think has value, that's gonna devalue your currency even more. And then I don't know, like the whole thing don't make sense to me. Like I feel like the best thing for them to do right now is like Sailor said, the first country to print the currency to buy Bitcoin is gonna be the winner, basically. And I feel like, to me, it feels like that's just the logical way to go about it.
Yeah.
But then
So-
again, I'm not for any country. I'm just trying to help my people buy some. I want your people to buy some. I want the small guys to buy some, so before this happens. So
But yeah, I mean, maybe Jerry's right
Mhm.
here, and they're just kind of they see the writing on the wall a little bit more
right.
than they're letting on, and are just trying to front run that. But I don't know. I could see it going either way.
Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah.
But BTC Moon guy is not so optimistic.
Probably never will. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That you know what? I think they will. I don't think they have a choice. I really don't think they have a choice. I feel like they
Yeah.
have to. Like, because what else do they have going on for them? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way out, it's
yeah,
Bitcoin.
yeah. Like at this point, it's like you already know your currency is terrible. Like it's not like they can buy another country's currency because they all being devalued. You need something else. And right now, I mean, I don't know any other asset that they can buy right now that can help them.
Yeah.
So
So did you want to move on to the next part,
Yeah.
the little presentation?
yeah.
All right, I'll take this off.
So actually, let me actually, yeah, you can share my
Oh yeah, let me
screen,
add
actually.
it. Then.
Yeah. So I wanted to, this is a little rough, little draft that I was trying to like make a little presentation so that people who are new to this, they can kind of like understand why they need Bitcoin. I don't know if this is gonna be presented pretty well. So of
Yeah.
course, Josh, feel free to like jump in anytime you
No
want, of
worries.
course. Yeah.
Yeah. You can just
So-
click slideshow there if you want to like go through
Oh,
it
yeah. Let me see.
slide
where
by
is-
slide.
Hold
The
on.
top right-ish.
Slideshow where? View on StreamYard. Hold on. I don't even know where to. Wait, where do I do that?
It's in the top right next to share, like inside of the tab on the Google Slides.
Top right next to share. It
Yeah,
says view tab on StreamYard. Oh, yeah, I see it. All right.
Make it a little bigger.
Okay, perfect. So the whole thing, the whole point of us having a YouTube channel, of course, is so that people understand that they need to buy Bitcoin with money that they cannot afford to lose. Because I know people hear all the time, oh yeah, you gotta invest money with money that you money that invest money in. It's like always like, oh, investing is a risk. Bitcoin is like something that if you have money that you care about, that's the money that I need to put into Bitcoin and save it for the long term, at least 4 years, because nobody that has saved in Bitcoin for at least 4 years, Nobody that has bought Bitcoin and held for 4 years has lost money. So people need to understand that, hey, buy Bitcoin with money that you cannot afford to lose. All right. The reason you want to do that is because first, the dollar, we've been printing dollars like drunken sailors. And the past 25 years alone, we've increased our money supply about 360%. And what happens when you print that much money? When you print that much money, when you create too much of something, the dollar just that thing loses value over time. So that's why things are getting more expensive over time, right? Like it's not like your bread is getting better quality. It's not like, oh, like I don't know, eggs are better quality eggs. It's because the dollar is losing value and you need more dollars to buy that same dozen of eggs. All right. And why that is because, well, I'm not saying that this is what started it, but that was one of the main reasons, right? Back in 1971, when Nixon totally decoupled the dollar from gold, and that gave basically the central banks the ability to, well, central banks, governments, all of them, the ability to just print money, as much money as possible. And I know a lot of people still think that the dollar is backed by gold for some reason. Listen, it is not backed by anything at all. Like I like for some reason I still hear people say that. It's crazy. Like, it's not backed by anything. And this illusion that the dollar is backed by the government, by the military. Like, I don't know. It's like, no, it's not. What about the military? How is the military backing the dollar? You know, like it doesn't make sense, right? It's just, you can just print it out of thin air. And another thing to think about is that inflation is, nobody knows what really causes inflation, right? We always like blame these supply chains, those we blame another government, or we blame the greedy corporation. But the true cause of inflation, it's actually money printing. And just start looking into money creation and money debasement. And I think that will open the door to understanding why Bitcoin has value. And I wanted to show this slide as well, because when people say, oh, the dollar is backed by the military, it's like, okay, there are other countries that had global reserve currencies in the past, and they've all failed. All of them failed because they debased their currency, and and that's that. Like it's not something that can last forever, because when your job is to print money to give to other country, you are literally sacrificing your people, because you are devaluing the currency that they are working for, because your job is to print money and devaluing the same thing that they are working hard to give for global trades and everything. So this is something that cannot last forever. Eventually, I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't know when it's gonna be over, but eventually it will be over. Like the the dollar will not be the global reserve currency for long. And of course, if you disagree with anything I'm saying, of course, just feel free to jump in, man.
Yeah, all good so far.
Yeah. And so bottom line is, you cannot save dollars for retirement. Your salary cannot keep up. Your savings account that's giving you 0.1% APR cannot keep up. Your 2% raise cannot keep up. So saving for retirement is not an option. So why not your 401k? Well, your 401k gives you about 5 to 8% per year. Why not the S&P 500 that's giving you 10% per year? Well, that's barely keeping up with money debasement. Why not real estate? Well, that's also just barely keeping up with inflation. And on top of that, you have to deal with property damage, taxes, tenants, all of that. So that's terrible. Why not gold? Gold is great. And honestly, gold is like, I feel like, to me, gold would be the second best. I don't know if you agree with that one, but it's nice until somebody else more powerful than you takes it from you, right?
Yeah, I mean, gold is nature's attempt at making sound money, and Bitcoin is humans' attempts at making sound money.
Yeah. Because it's like, and then also you think about it, gold is not that portable. It's you can't buy a cup of coffee with gold. You know, it's there's so many flaws with gold that Bitcoin has that it's like, oh well, Bitcoin is like the better version of gold basically. So that's why I don't do gold. Why not crypto? Ha.
And
Well,
there's still like other events that like unforeseen events that could increase the supply of gold. Like there's like
yes,
a giant gold asteroid from
Yes.
space could land on Earth and double the supply of gold. Like obviously that's far fetched, but no one knows what the limit of gold is.
That's true. I agree. And why not crypto? Well, 99% of them, well, all of them, the rest of them are scams, to be honest. They all got an issuer, they all got all these cryptos there. It's just somebody trying to tell you to buy their coin so that they can make more money, so that they can go buy something else, or maybe Bitcoin or something else. So all the rest of them, other than Bitcoin, is the only thing. To me, it feels like if you have if your owner did not walk out, or if you have an issuer, then it's a scam. To me, it's just I'm not buying it. It's just, I don't know. What do you think would be the best explanation for Bitcoin or crypto in like a short sentence?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just that Bitcoin doesn't have a CEO,
Yeah,
or a founder, an executive team, and there's no unfair issuance, right? It had a fair launch from day one.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest differentiator and like the simplest differentiator.
Yeah. No, fair enough. And I just showed this chat. This is complicated, but I just wanted to show that Bitcoin is basically the best performing asset in the past decade plus. And so far, yeah, I know that Bitcoin is volatile, but if you really look at it, like we have had 3 down years in the past 15, 16 years, and people complain about, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it, it's volatile, it's scary, but like if you hold it in the long term, you will not lose money. And a lot of people ask, oh my
Do you
God,
want
is it?
to
Oh,
go
sorry,
back to that?
Yeah, of course.
And like, yeah, those down years are, relatively significant, but I think the differentiator here is that Bitcoin didn't need, any bailouts to recover from those downturns. Like our current economy, our current financial system wouldn't still be around today if it weren't for, like the 2008 financial crisis. If we didn't have the money printer to bail the banks out, then we wouldn't still be here. But Bitcoin, all it needed was its sound fundamentals, and it needed the community of people working on Bitcoin, and the people who believed in it and kept the network running. That's all Bitcoin needs, and that network effect is only growing over time, and the larger that network expands, then the lower risk there is of these downturns happening again.
Yep. Oh yeah. Agreed.
Also, we just got 1,000 sat zap.
Ooh.
I don't
Nice.
see a note on it, but I just put a QR code in the top right, and
Nice.
for the Lightning wallet. And don't worry, I'll zap you half of all these at the end.
Yeah, thanks for whoever sent those 1,000 zaps.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was Jerry because he asked, but
okay. Yep. And back to this, and of course, a lot of people ask, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Well, nope, because I know the $100,000 price seems like a lot of money, but when you really look at it, you look at the quadrillion dollars global market value that we have, and you look at Bitcoin in this little tiny corner right here that's only 2 trillion. Like, it's literally just a little baby, and this little baby right here has the capability of probably, like, I mean, I don't know where it's going, but I can easily see it become a $300 trillion asset class.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how you feel about that one, Josh.
Yeah, and there's also a really cool post It was an old forum post from Hal Finney, probably like 2010, 2011, 2012, whenever. And he was like theorizing about the future value of Bitcoin based on market cap. And it was like the global wealth then was 300 trillion. I saw this tweet earlier today, I think so. And now we're at 1,000 trillion. So
that's crazy.
That people don't realize that continuing to expand is just, that's more potential price. And that's why we say Bitcoin doesn't have a top, because fiat has no bottom. So now the total wealth is 1,000 trillion, and that will only continue to grow.
Yep. I feel like in like next year we're gonna show this chart again, and it's gonna be like, 2 quadrillion. So it's gonna be like some insane number that we're gonna be looking back. We're gonna be like, what the heck? Like this is insane.
Yeah.
Damn. And also another reason why you are not too late is because we have 32 halving events. Bitcoin is going to have, or is programmed to have, 32 halving events, and we are currently on the 4th one. And look at how long we have to go. Right? Like we are only like a 16. It's only a 16-year-old. It's basically a teenager. Like it's so early. Like I don't like to me, I'm like, all the Bitcoin that I have, like, well, I don't want to say all the Bitcoin that I have so that people don't think I'm like some multimillionaire or something. No, so like the Bitcoin or the sats that I have, I consider them like lost coins, because I'm not going to be selling those things anytime soon. Like this is not for sale. This is for like the future, when we are at a point where we're ready to like exchange Bitcoin, when it's used as as a medium of exchange, basically. Like this to me, Bitcoin is not an investment. It's money, right? I use it as savings. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but study Bitcoin so that you understand why some dude like me is saving Bitcoin because he believes that it's money, or some dude like Josh is thinking, or some dude like Jerry is thinking, oh, why do these guys think Bitcoin is money to them? You know what I'm saying? Like stop thinking about that. Why are these people thinking that way? So study it, right?
Yeah.
And also, oh, sorry, you were gonna say something?
No, it was just crazy seeing like the halving numbers like closer.
Oh yeah, it's nuts, man. This table is just, dude, just watching that, like thinking that in like 2032 there's gonna be like 0.7 Bitcoin entering. Like it's just like crazy to think about. Like a lot of people are gonna have more Bitcoin than like the amount of Bitcoin entering the market every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, like sheesh. Yeah. And also another thing that people don't understand is that you do not need to buy full Bitcoin. Like it's I guess the unit bias plays a big part into that one. People think, oh my God, I cannot afford it, I shouldn't buy it. But like you can actually buy like 25 cents a day in Strike if you want to. You can buy like any amount of Bitcoin that you save is going to hold its value, because you're buying something, you're buying a fixed amount in an asset that has a limited supply. So you are holding the percentage of the total amount of money. If you save $100 today, you don't know how much just $100 is going to be able to buy you in the future, because I'm sure they've created more than $100 in the past second. Since we started this live stream, I'm sure they've created like, how much money do you think they created since we started this live stream, Josh?
I don't even know, man.
Like you don't even know how much they created. But with Bitcoin, we know exactly how much Bitcoin comes out every 10 minutes. You know exactly how much Bitcoin is gonna come out tomorrow. You know exactly how much Bitcoin is gonna come out like 3 years from now, the next halving event. You know exactly how much is coming into the market, and you know how much is going to be in 2036, 2040, so 2140, I mean. So that's why saving in Bitcoin is, you don't need to buy full Bitcoin. Saving in Bitcoin just gives you the guarantee that, okay, I know I'm saving this amount of money, and this amount of money is going to continue to grow in value, because it's not going to be debased and nobody can print any more of it. So if you can afford $1 a day, $5 a day, $10 a day, 25 cents a day, whatever amount it is, just start saving into it, because at least it'll give you that guarantee that, okay, this money will be there for me in the future. Right. And,
Yeah.
and this graph is great too. I mean, I feel like this one could be a little bit better, because I don't think scarce. I don't like that they said that housing is scarce, because you can always create more housing. You know, like there are certain things there that I would change around, but this shows you that if you're like comparing different asset classes, like Bitcoin is the best asset class. I don't know if you wanted to add to that one, Josh.
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just hop away for 1 second. My cat is screaming. I have to go give her a
No,
scoop of food.
No worries. No, go ahead. And let me keep going with that one. And also, you do the math, right? There are over 8 billion people on the planet. Over 8 billion people, and there are only 21 million Bitcoin. Think about this one, right? If you do the math, you divide 8 billion divided by 21 million. Well, sorry, 21 million divided by 8 billion. That is about 200 and maybe, I think it was 250,000 or 260,000 Satoshis per person. But also you got to remember that not all the Bitcoin is available for the rest of the world, right? Because you got guys like Strategy that's buying a bunch of Bitcoin. You got guys like BlackRock, Larry Fink, all these guys, you know, you got government buying Bitcoin. You got so many people buying a boatload of Bitcoin. So there are not really 21 million Bitcoin available for the rest of the world. That number is more like, I mean, if I had to take a guess, maybe 17 million, maybe 16 million. I mean, I don't know. But the thing is, try to get as much Bitcoin as you can for yourself and for your family, because it's something, when you have something that is scarce, you want to try to get as much of it as possible for the future, if you really care about yourself and your family, to be honest. Because if you save money, you don't know how much money is going to be printed, like we said before. So try to save as much as you can, right? Because it is scarce. It is scarce. It is the most scarce asset on the planet, right? And the message here is, you know, we can tell you all of this, but at the end of the day, we can lead you to the water, but you cannot force you to drink. You know, you gotta, at the end of the day, it's up to you to do the research and to, you know, do what you gotta do with your money, man. It's your money. Do what you please, but we just don't want the rest of the world to suffer, because we've seen it happen time and time again.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
With this graphic, I was listening to Jor's live stream the other day from Maple Bitcoin.
Yep.
And he was just talking about the importance of like the network effect, and the importance of, instead of like, it's easy to focus on the people that don't get Bitcoin and like trying to convince them and send them videos and stuff, but we really should be focusing on the people who are going to grow the network, because you know, focusing on the people who are already here, because you know, those are the people that are going to educate more people and continue to grow the network. And if, you know, it sounds a little pyramid schemey, but you know, if we, you know, talk to 10 people and they talk to 10 people, then that network effect continues to grow. But there's definitely some diminishing returns when trying to convince the same people over and over to study Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, that's true. It feels a little like sometimes I think recently I've like given up on like trying to, because when I first started, I was like always like forcing people. I feel like I was just like, hey man, you have to do this, man. Come on, like if you don't do this, you're gonna suffer. And now I'm like, you know what? I don't care, man. Like I'm gonna just try to build my YouTube channel so that if somebody goes there, they can find as much information as possible. When like I feel like people need to like hit a there's a little pain that I feel like people need to get to before they understand it. Like they have to feel something first. They have to neither like someday they wake up, they're like, oh wow, why the hell did I get a 2% raise and my and everything else around me is growing like at like 10% plus, or like why is this price higher than it was yesterday? I feel like people are not like, there's that analogy of the frog. I don't know if you heard that one, where like inflation is like a boiling water, and like that water is not boiling like hot enough, so the frog is still comfortable in there. So I think people
Yeah.
are still comfortable in this 2% illusion that we
Yeah.
have right now.
Yeah.
And like,
Need to know basis.
yeah, exactly. I think once they do, they can obviously come to us for like information. But like right now, man, I'm like, you know what? If you don't get it, man, I guess, yeah, it's just not your time yet, I guess. So
Yeah. It was like when Saylor did a presentation to Google's boardroom
Oh,
about
was it
adopting
Microsoft?
Bitcoin. What?
Was it
Yeah,
Google last year? Yeah.
yeah. He did a presentation to Google about why they should adopt Bitcoin, and it was like, I don't know, less than 1% people voted for it. So
Yep.
it's like they didn't need to know, because
Yep.
they're not seeing what they're doing is working, right? So
Yeah.
they don't have the desire to seek out that alternate solution.
Right. Yeah. No. It's like if you are also, it's like I feel like there are two types of people that don't get it. It's like the first ones are like the people that are benefiting from the system. Obviously, they're benefiting from inflation, so they're like, oh, okay, I don't care about this thing because I'm making a lot of money with inflation. And also the people that just straight up don't understand the problem. They're just comfortable with their 9 to 5. They like, oh, okay, I can afford my house, I can afford this, so why do I need to learn something else? People that are just, I guess, in the matrix, just deep in the matrix. Yeah. So,
Or they're just blaming other outside factors.
yeah. But yeah, man, no. But we'll see. I'm not giving up on everybody yet, but I'm not going to be forcing things on people anymore. When you're ready, you can come to me, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, man. Anything else you think we could have added to this little slideshow? This was like I put it together last minute. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered most of it.
Yeah.
No,
that's good, man. But yeah, thanks for I think maybe Jerry for the zaps.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, just send me your lightning. I'll send you 500.
Yeah, man. But yeah, anything else you wanted to cover, man? Because
I'm trying to see if we missed any comments.
Yep.
Just when I tell people to buy $5 a day, they look at me like I killed their dog.
Damn. Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know the crazy thing, $5 a day can actually hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Hold on one sec. Because $5 a day, I know people say you cannot retire, saving your Starbucks coffee and stuff, but like $5 a day can get you a long way with Bitcoin. Actually, maybe not in the S&P 500, but like if we just like, I hate measuring Bitcoin in dollar term, but for the normies out there, I'll just do it because it's just, I don't know, it's just simpler for them to understand. But let me show. Are you able to share? Let me share this tab. Let me share this screen actually. Are you able to pull this investment? Yeah, perfect. Let me do this real quick. So if you do $5 a day, so you start with $0 for let's say we do it for 20 years. Zero. Why is my thing not working? So 0. You do it for the next 20 years. Let's say the next 20 years, we'll just be conservative and say that Bitcoin is gonna give you 30%, 30% a year for the next 20 years. Like, I mean, Saylor said that, so well, we'll go with that one. And then let's say $5 a day times 30, so that's $150 a month ish. 150 every single month. After 20 years, that's okay money. Like that, it adds up, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how much that's gonna get you in 20 years, but at least it's growing 30% a year compared to like any other investment you can make. I mean, I'm just saving my Bitcoin and measuring the amount of sats that I have. But for somebody that's new, if you only care about dollar amount, $5 a day adds up.
Yeah. We just also got a 420 sat zap from Michael Saylor, and he's saying, "Can you help my MNAV?" That's pretty cool.
Sheesh. Can you help my MNAV?
Yeah. So we had a couple comments about MSTR.
Oh, then what do we have?
With Bitcoin setting a new all-time high yesterday, why is MSTR performance so far behind? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I think zoom out
Yes,
is the best thing I can say. I guess.
No, honestly, like it's like I don't see. So I obviously I have some MSTR as well, but like I'm holding this for the long term as well. Like I'm not like holding MSTR thinking like, I don't know, it's not a short term thing for me either, you know. Like I see it as like, 10, 20 years, like at least, you know.
Yeah. And I think like with, I don't know, MSTR being a $100 billion equity versus Bitcoin being a $2 trillion asset, I think there's a lot more potential for manipulation with with an equity compared to Bitcoin as a whole. So
I mean, like look at this. Like, how are people complaining? I mean, I got into MSTR in I think like around here-ish, like 2023, 2024-ish. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, I don't, unless maybe if you're buying it like right now, if you bought it at all-time high, I guess maybe you have some complaints, but I'm not complaining. They've been performing pretty well. Yeah, they've been performing pretty well to me so far. Like I don't know. I don't see a problem with them being down a little bit today or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the day-to-day price.
Yeah. I think that the answer is we don't really have the answers.
No, we
But yeah, I mean, people are wondering for sure.
Yeah. If you're stressed about it, just
buy Bitcoin.
Just buy Bitcoin, man. Just buy Bitcoin. Because I know that MSTR is riskier. I'm willing to take that risk, but to me, Bitcoin is my ultimate savings account. Yeah.
And we did have the on the Q2 earnings call when Saylor was talking about the MNAV guidance. And he was saying they're not gonna do the ATM below a 2.5 MNAV. So I guess I don't know. That tells me that there's like some kind of broader manipulation or macro things keeping the price down. But I don't know.
No, beats me. No, to me, I'll check that price like in 5 years and see where it's at.
I think we got most of the comments here.
Perfect. I think that's good for me. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I guess we got Forrest in the chat.
Yo,
a little bit delayed, muted cycle. I think in reference to the 4-year cycle.
Yep.
Which I agree with.
Yep. Agreed.
But yeah.
No, I like it, man. Yo, if you're still watching this, drop a like. Let us know what you think, of course. Watch the replays.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try to do this every Thursday, and then we'll try to be consistent, I guess.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do
it. Yeah, just bring up a few of the news events, see what's going on, so that I guess some people want to know. So we'll be the news guy.
Yeah, All right. Thanks for the donations too. If you're here in the last minute, you want to scan that QR code, go ahead. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, I think that's gonna do it from us.
All right, man.
See
Yo.
y'all later. Peace.
See y'all next week. Peace.